What you might know, or some of you know, is that I used to be a teacher, and now I basically review cell phones for a living. And the thing about it is that it honestly makes me kind of sick that being a teacher in America is not a path towards financial stability in a lot of places. If you live in a big, an expensive place, big city. I used to live in New York. Now I live near San Francisco and in Oakland. Being a teacher is not a path towards financial security. You either have to work other jobs, or you have to go on a path away from teaching towards being a school administrator or something like that, or you have to, or you have to come by your money, some other ways, win the lottery, marry into it, I don't know what. But so that that just it makes sense to me because it's a free market capitalist society, and the way things are set up, the educational system, there's no way to quantify the monetary value of teaching kids, whereas it's easy to quantify the monetary value of selling cell phones, right? You make a cell phone that's popular, you sell a ton of them, your bottom line goes up. It's very easy to say, oh, you made the company a lot of money, we should pay you more. With the way our system's set up, teaching, it doesn't work that way. And then I understand it intellectually. It makes my heart hurt a little bit, as cheesy as that sounds, because it's just messed up. But so for me, I left teaching because I was kind of constantly either doing or looking for another job. I was always freelancing on the side, and then also because of my interest, because the stuff I love working with kids, but the stuff about technology that interests me is how quickly it changes and how fast everything moves. And that was more appealing to me than becoming the best teacher I could be. I know people who are great teachers, and they have something that I just don't, which is a real dedication to that craft. And so, now I do this instead, and it's funny because it's really fun. It doesn't give me the same feeling of like, oh, I'm doing something, you know, like morally high ground to save the world kind of thing that I got with teaching. But day to day, I think it's more fun for me, and you really just have to figure out, what you want to do and how to make it work for you. And the other thing is with what I'm doing is I don't worry about financial stability or my potential to make money. And I don't mean that I'm making all the money that I'll ever need. I mean that, but I mean there's so many different paths here. The the reviews, the website, the videos keep getting popular. Chances to sell ads. Start working for more than one website. Leave working on websites and go work for one of the cell phone companies. There's so many things going on the internet and all this new stuff with video and everything. There's just so many ways that you can do things, and there's many opportunities. And not that those opportunities aren't there with teaching or working in the educational system in America, but the opportunities there, I think, are, you know, the opportunities in a field like consumer electronics are at the same time geared both towards, your career, doing new stuff and learning new stuff and doing more interesting stuff and growing and whatever, and making more money. Whereas in the education system, there are a lot of opportunities for growing and doing different things, but not so much for making more money, which they drag. So, you know, one big crazy dream of mine is that one day I'll somehow be in a position in terms of finance, in terms of knowing people, in terms of whatever, that I can try to do something about the educational system. And the first thing I would do is go find a whole bunch of really smart teachers and school administrators who've been doing it for years, because they'll know far more than I would what would really help. But yeah, so but this is what I do now, and you know, I'm fortunate enough that I can be taking a little vacation here by the ocean. Absolutely gorgeous, and I get to talk to all of you on YouTube and on the website and all the other ways. And in some ways, it's not so different from teaching because it's a lot about explaining how something works, trying to help people learn, and I communicate a lot with the same junior high and high school age people, I guess. So anyway. But so one thing I do want to say, is that if you're a student or if you know a teacher, someone who's ever been a teacher, uh, think about what they do and appreciate it. I have the utmost respect for people I know who really needed teachers and principals in school, you know, guidance counselors and coaches and administrators and all that stuff, because in the U.S. it's much more of a thankless job than it really should be. It's incredibly important. You know, everything hinges on it. Everything hinges on people learning so they can do more stuff and open their imaginations up. And there'd be no gadgets, there'd be no cell phones, there'd be no hotels on the beach, there'd be no sunglasses that, you know, change color in the sun automatically to protect my eyes. There'd be none of that stuff without the educational system. So, you know, thank you, teachers. It sounds cheesy, but it's really true.